So good morning. Now, this is going to be, some of it's going to be quite gentle, some of it's going to be quite stretchy, and some of it's going to be quite, what shall I say, well, a bit of core work as well. That's the word I was looking for, core work. So we're going to start gentle, and we're going to start just by doing a few breathing exercises. I'm going to put some gentle background music on, and we're just going to do some slow breathing. Now, I want you to plant your feet down on the floor, firmly down on the floor, and relax your shoulders and just let your arms hang down to the sides. And let's start this going. So we're going to do slow, deep breaths, and it's really important that you inhale fully and exhale fully. So we'll start with 4 seconds inhale, 4 seconds exhale. So inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Let's do that a couple more times. Long inhale, exhale. Now as we inhale, I want you to roll your shoulders back and turn your hands forwards and look up. So inhale, look up. Exhale, turn your shoulders forwards, palms back and look down. Inhale, look up, turn your hands outwards. Exhale, turn your hands back and look down. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Now as we inhale, now we're going to raise those arms up overhead in a great big circle. So again, a slow inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Let's do that a couple more times. Big stretch up on the inhale. Exhale, make sure you relax your shoulders down. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And give it a little shake out. Excellent. Nice and easy so far, isn't it? Let's do something a bit more energetic. We're going to want to just get a little bit faster with some moves. We're going to mobilize the joints. Before we go into our deep stretches, we're going to mobilize some of those joints. So a bit like we do in the Spritely class, we're just going to do a bit of shoulder movement. So start off with a little roll of the shoulders. So again, just loosening up those shoulders. Roll those shoulders round. And then backwards. Ah, very good. Now one arm is going to do a figure of 8, swooping round in a figure of 8, loosening up that arm, shoulder. Very good. Couple more times. And then the other arm, figure of 8, same thing, looping round. Ah, very good. Now I want to get those legs, a bit of movement through those legs. So we're going to do, again, like we do in the Spritely class, some knee raises. So let's bring those knees up and have a big, quite slowly, but just think about lifting the knee up as high as you can and going foot to foot. Couple more times. And then heel lifts. Again, lifting that heel up behind and bending the knee, taking the knee back a little bit. Very good. And a couple more times. And rest up. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a forward fold. Now, we did this last week, and this is going to stretch out your back. And we're going to do a couple of dynamic moves, and then we're going to slow it down, and we're going to have a good old stretch in that back. So it doesn't matter how low you go with those hands. You don't have to get your fingers to the floor. You don't even have to get your fingers as far as your knees. Okay, so just as low as you can, but don't push it to start with. Don't push it. So I want to take a deep breath in, bring your arms up, and a deep breath out into our first forward fold. So legs are locked at the knee, and please just let your body hang. We're not going to push or stretch at the moment. We're just going to let your body hang down, fingertips stretching towards the floor. And while we're here, we're just going to take 2 inhale, exhale cycles. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then as we inhale, we're going to unfold and bring the arms up. And we're going to exhale, bring those arms down. Let's just do that one more time, and then we'll extend it a little bit. So don't force the stretch this time. Again, just slowly inhale, forward fold, hang here, hold it here, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then as we inhale, we're going to unfold. And exhale, bring your arms down. Very good. So, we're going to do a few longer stretches now. And we're going to be holding these stretches for longer and longer periods as we go through this. So we're going to do that forward fold again. I don't want you to take your fingertips towards the floor, because then psychologically you've got that, are they going to touch the floor or are they nowhere near? So instead, we're going to grip the elbows like this, and we're just going to go, just watch first, into our forward fold and just hang down. Okay, so your arms won't be anywhere near the floor, but that doesn't matter. We're going to hold the stretch for about a minute. If you feel any point you want to stand up, you feel dizzy, any problems, stand up slowly, yeah? And we'll see how this goes. But we'll aim for about a minute first of all. So, grip your elbows with your hands, or you can just cross your arms, it doesn't matter, but I like to sort of grip hold of my elbows. We're going to take a deep inhale, and then as we exhale, just fold your body forwards. We're not stretching too much yet. We're just going to start hanging there. And I want you to keep your legs straight at the knee. And just let gravity do its thing. Just let gravity ease you down. We're not going to bounce. We're not going to force the stretch. We're just going to let gravity lower your body down. Now I want you to focus about relaxing your body, yeah? So we're going to inhale, exhale. As we exhale, we're just going to relax a little bit more, and your body under gravity should just sink down towards the floor. So inhale, exhale, relax, let your body sink down, let gravity pull you down. Don't force it. Inhale, exhale. Should find yourself getting a little bit lower each time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale
and exhale. We're going to do 3 more slow breaths before we stand up. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and one more time, in and out. And on your next inhale, we're going to unfold slowly, bringing yourself back up.
Very good. Now you should find when you're in that position that you feel a little stretch in the back of your leg here. You may feel your back is your limiting factor. If your back is tight, you might find that you can't get the stretch in your hamstrings. We're going to do a different hamstring stretch in a minute anyway. Okay, so we'll do one more go at that. Yeah, we'll hold it for another minute. Okay, but just think about feeling the stretch down the back of your leg. Yeah, ideally, as you hang forwards, you should feel that stretch there. Okay, so let's do it again. One more time through. Elbows with your hands. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll just slowly lean forwards. Try and keep those legs straight. Doesn't matter how low you go. Let those arms just hang down. You may close your eyes if you wish. Relax your shoulders. Relax your back. And then we'll start our breathing. So, I'm not going to count through the breaths. Just think about inhaling to a count of 4 seconds. Exhaling to a count of 4 seconds. Take your own time. Each time you exhale, just allow your body to relax a little bit more. Let gravity pull you down towards the floor. But don't force it. Don't worry how much you're stretching. Just let gravity take its own course. Thinking about relaxing a little bit more on the exhale. Head is just hanging loose. Arms are relaxed and hanging there. Oh yes, feel that back opening up, feel your hamstrings stretching. We're going to take 3 more breaths together. So take a long inhale, exhale, relaxing down. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale, and then slowly on the next inhale, open up, stand up slowly. Ooh. Well, something's working in my lower back. I can feel that. How was that for you? Did everyone feel this? Give me a thumbs up if you felt the stretch in those hamstrings. Yeah? Good. Excellent. So that's what it's all about. We're going to do another, we're going to come on to a new hamstring stretch in a moment. But first of all, we're going to do the stretch we did last week, which is a hip opener stretch. Yeah. So this is to get more flexibility into your hips. For those of you that were here last week, you will know what to do, and you can choose the easy option or the difficult option. Everyone else, I'm going to show you both. Yeah. So if you've got a chair, grab it now. Yeah, we'll grab a chair. You don't need the chair if you're doing the slightly more advanced option, or if you haven't got a chair, that's the option you'll be doing anyway. But if you've got a chair, grab that chair, and we're going to kneel down on the floor in front of the chair. Now, if you've got problems with your knees, and you know who I'm talking to, you probably want to do the version where your knees are off the floor, which we're going to come to in a minute, and you already know that from last week. Yeah. So, but for everybody else, we'll try the one that's down on your knees. Right. Kneel on the floor arm's distance from the chair, so you can just about get your fingertips onto the chair. Then one foot is going to come to the side of the chair leg, like that. So we take one foot to the side of the chair leg, and then you're going to try and bring your chest and shoulders down to the chair, arms like this, and stretch forwards onto the chair. This is going to be quite easy probably to start with. Now we're going to try and push that knee forwards out to the side of the chair if you can, to get more of an opening into the hip. And you can, if you wish, bring your arms forwards towards the back of the chair and bring your head down onto your arms and rest your forehead on your arms like this. And straight away you should be feeling a little stretch in your inner thigh as your hips open out, and you can hold that stretch. While you're holding the stretch, keep holding. I'm going to show you the more advanced option for those of you that want to do the advanced version. We start in a press-up position. We don't need the chair. We bring one foot forward to the outside of the front hand and hold that position. You'll get the same stretch, but this time hands on the floor. And if you find that's too easy, bring your elbows down onto the floor. Everybody keep holding this first stretch, whether you're on the chair or on the floor. Take a few deep breaths. Don't forget those long, slow inhale, exhale. Take 3 more deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And release yourself from the stretch. We are going to do the other side now. So we've just done the one side, hopefully. Whether you're on the chair or on the floor, we're going to do the other side. So just a quick reminder. If you're on the chair, arm's length, fingers on the chair. The other foot now comes forwards to the outside of the chair leg. Give yourself a little space to the outside of the chair leg so you can bring that knee forwards. Bring your arms down onto the chair. That's our first position. Pushing your hips forwards a little bit to get a little bit more of a stretch. And then again, if you want more stretch, arms forwards, head down, resting your forehead on your arms. Lowering your hips down, relaxing. Every exhale relaxes a little bit more. And if you're on the floor, it's the same thing as before, but with the other leg. So whether you're on the chair or on the floor, we'll hold it for another minute or so. Breathing slowly, inhaling, exhaling. Keep holding there, keep holding. Just going to check out you guys on Zoom if I can see you. Can't see anyone because you're all on the floor. But we'll hold it for another 3 breaths. Yep. Let's get back into position. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale.
And then when you're ready, come out of the stretch. Oh. And let's stand up. Oh. Very good. Let's stand up there. We're down on the floor again in a minute. But let's just get some feedback from you guys on Zoom. How was that? Did you feel a good stretch in your thighs and in your hips? Who was on the chair and who was on the floor? Hands up if you were on the chair. Hands up if you were on the floor. Excellent. Excellent. So, yeah, a variety of different positions, but you choose what works for you, and of course you can progress. Now, I did promise another hip stretch. For this, you will need we're going to be on the floor on your mat. You will need a small towel. Okay, so grab a small towel. I've got one here. If you're not very flexible, you might need a long towel. Let's just say that as well. And you need to position yourself where you can see me. You're going to be lying on your back on the floor. Yeah, on your back on the floor. And make sure you've got a towel. And we're going to do a hip stretch. Another hip stretch, another hamstring stretch actually. Let's do this so you can see me. There we go. Oh. Don't really want that showing, but there we go. Here we are. So, I'm going to show you the stretch first, and then I'm going to get you to have a go. This is quite a good stretch on the hamstrings, but can be quite challenging. All you're going to do is rest your body down onto the floor. I'll give you the basics, and then I'll give you the version with the towel, which will help you, yeah? So we're aiming to bring the leg up as high as you can. It might only come to here. It might come to here. It might come all the way vertical. We try and avoid locking that knee, and here's where the towel comes in. We're going to take the towel. We're going to hook it around, and you're going to use that to pull your leg a little bit, but not too much. So you can see how just by using the towel, I can pull that leg in a little bit more. You might find the leg's here, in which case you need a longer towel. But do what you can. We'll put some music on again, and we'll hold each stretch for a minute or so. So relax your body down. If you can reach with your hands behind your leg, that's okay. But we don't want to let that knee bend. So ideally, we use that towel. So we're going to try in this ridiculous position, try to relax and breathe gently. Yeah, breathing in and out. In through the nose, out through the nose. Each time you exhale, think about relaxing that leg, relaxing that hamstring, and let it come forwards a little bit, pulling with your arms. The longer we can hold the stretch, the more effective it will be. So we're looking for a minute or so to start with. We will extend this to 2 minutes in a few weeks. Three more deep breaths from here. My towel is slipping a bit, so what you can do is you can always put the towel around your foot. Okay, if you can see that, that's the option. You might need a slightly longer towel for that, and that'll stop it slipping down your leg. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And just a slight bend of the knee to ease off the stretch, and lower your foot down to the floor. Excellent. We are going to do the other side. Yes, we are. We're going to do the other side now. So, straighten out the leg that you've just stretched on the floor and bring up the other leg. If you need to use the towel, round behind the ankle. Try not to have the towel behind your knee. We don't want to be pulling against the knee. Now you might find one leg is a bit more flexible than the other one. This is my worst leg, so I'm struggling here to lean back. And my knee's starting to bend a little bit, but we won't worry. We will improve that over the weeks. Next week I'm going to have a longer towel, I think, so I can get it around my foot. That's much easier. This will suffice for today. Or if you've got one of those yoga bands, they work really well too. Remember to keep breathing slowly. Inhale, exhale. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, relaxing your body on the exhale. Maybe pulling the leg in a little bit more as you exhale. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knee slightly. Let the foot drift down onto the floor. Ah, very well done. Very well done. So, while we're on the floor, we're going to do another back stretch. This is a really good one. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 options again. So we'll go straight into option 1. We'll stretch both sides. Hands down on the floor, palms up. Just to either side of your body, either side of your hips. Rest your hands down, let them relax. Now bring your knees up and walk your feet in as close into your bum as you can. Knees should be touching, knees together, feet together. Now keeping your knees together, keeping your feet together, we're going to rotate the hips so your knees come down to the floor one side. One foot will come off the floor. Your hips will twist. Try and keep the opposite shoulder on the floor. And take those knees as far as they'll go, keeping your knees together. If they touch the floor, that's amazing. You can take your hands a little bit wider if you need to. And you might feel a little release in your lower back. That's a good thing. If you feel a little click or something, that's a good thing. Okay, slowly bring your knees back up to the middle. And then down to the other side. Feeling a nice little stretch in your lower back. Oh, I just got a really nice little click as the joint just released. That felt really nice. Slowly bring your knees back up to the middle. Excellent. So that's the basic version of the back stretch. I'm going to show you the more advanced version now, and it's up to you if you want to have a go or if you want to do the simple one again. It's a bit complicated, so you're going to need to watch me first, because I'm going to change position slightly when I do this. Okay, so here's what you do. You start lying on your side. So I'm lying on my side on the floor, knees bent, and oops, let's do that. So lying on your side, take your hands together, palms towards each other, out on the floor in front. Okay, now don't go to sleep. We're going to take the top knee and bring it forwards over the other knee and down onto the floor. So the top leg is in front on the floor. Now, the other knee, I want you to lift that off the floor a bit and just tuck your ankle underneath. I don't know if you can see this position. The top leg, the knee is forwards, and then the ankle is tucked underneath the other knee. That's your start position. I want you to hold that position while I change my angle so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. So this is the start position. I'm just going to move around here. So we are then going to keep that knee on the floor of that top leg, and we are going to open out, separating your hands, twisting your body all the way over so your hand comes down towards the floor behind you. This is giving you the same stretch that we did just now, but it enables you to stretch even more in your lower back. If you can get both hands onto the floor, that's amazing. If you can't, don't worry. Just let your body relax. Let gravity do its job again. Just pulling that arm and shoulder down towards the floor. This leg should still be in the start position, and you should get a nice stretch through your back. Remember, if this is a struggle, you just do the basic one where you start lying on your back and twist your knees to the side. Hold it for 3 more breaths. Anyone that's been to an osteopath with a bad back will probably have done a similar thing, but the osteopath will like suddenly pull you quickly into the position. I don't really like that. I prefer to do it slowly and gently in my own terms. Okay, now when we come out of the stretch, we're just going to reverse the action. We're going to rotate the arm round and bring the hands back together. Really important that you come out of the stretch gently by coming back to the start position. Okay, let's do the other side. Let's do the other side. So again, quick reminder. I'm going to turn over onto the other side. Arms out in front. Top leg comes forwards onto the floor and then hooks underneath the other knee. Looks a bit weird, but we'll give it a go. And then when you're ready, separate your arms, bring your hand over. Try to give my head more space there, but there we go. And you might be able to see this knee has come off the floor. We want to try and avoid that, so I'm going to just bring it down to the floor again and try and stretch back. And again, remember, find this one a little bit awkward. There's always the easier version where you start lying on your back and twist your hips down to one side. Don't force yourself into anything that's uncomfortable. It's supposed to be a gentle stretch, easy stretch for now. But you will find your body will start relaxing into it and it will feel easier. going to take 3 more deep breaths in this position and then come out of the stretch. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. And then we're going to rotate your hand around, back down towards the other hand. They meet, and then you can release your leg, unlock your leg, and turn back over onto your back and relax. While we're on the floor, should we do some planks while we're on the floor? We did planks last week, so I'm not going to let you relax for too long. We're going to do a plank. So, if you remember from last week, those of you who were here last week, the plank is, imagine your body is like a plank of wood. And, whoops, let's do that. Imagine your body is like a plank of wood and it's going to be a perfect straight line. If you were to take a plank of wood and put one end on the floor and the other end up onto a chair, it would stay in a straight line. That's what your body's going to do. It's going to stay in a straight line. So, you're going to be face down onto your arms and onto your toes. And we're going to try and hold that position. If you struggle, just drop your knees onto the floor and keep holding, yeah? So, imagine a perfect straight line between your shoulders, your hips, and your ankles. We're going to hold that perfect straight line for as long as you can, maximum of a minute today, but hold it for as long as you can. And again, on your knees is fine if you can't do the full plank. That's called a half plank. You're still working your core, still strengthening up those abdominal muscles. And this time you've got a straight line between your knees, your hips and your shoulders. So we'll hold it for another 15 seconds. And release. And relax down onto the floor. And while we're here in this position, we're just going to do the cobra stretch. So this is an abdominal stretch. I want you to keep your hips on the floor. And bring your body up onto your elbows again. But this time, hips are on the floor. And we're just stretching out your core. If you find this stretch easy, maybe push up onto your hands, palms of your hands on the floor, and push up onto your arms with your arms straight. Short stretch this one, only another 15 seconds. And release. Oh. Fabulous. We're not going to finish any session without doing cat, cow and child's pose. So, up onto hands and knees. We're going to do cat and cow. So, once you're on your hands and knees, we're going to stretch your back up into a cat stretch. And then tummy down, head up into our cow stretch. And we're just going to go backwards and forwards between those two stretches 3 times. Arch your back up into cat. And down into cow. Ooh. Up into cat. Down into cow. One more time. Arch your back into your cat stretch, high as you can. And then lower your tummy down, head up into cow. And back to neutral. Sit back onto your heels. I'm just going to widen my knees out a little bit. Sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms forwards into child's pose. Final stretch while we're on the floor before we stand up. Lowering your chest down towards the floor. Creep your fingers away like little spiders walking along the floor away from you. Stretching out your shoulders. Stretching out your arms. And then slowly we're going to come back up onto hands and knees. Walk your knees forwards on the floor and we're going to stand up slowly. Cool, we're going to finish off standing up with some breathing, but we're going to do some neck stretches. Yeah, so I'm going to do some little stretches into your neck, and we're going to just see if we can get a stretch through your neck. So think about these muscles here we're going to stretch out. I want you to just tilt your head to one side. Let your shoulders relax. Tilt your head down to one side. And we should stretch out into, these are your traps. We're going to stretch out here. Just close your eyes, relax your body, feet firmly planted on the floor, shoulders relaxed down. But just think about bringing your ear down towards the opposite shoulder so we get a nice stretch. Very good. Let's do the other side. So head back up to the middle. Let your head sink down to the other side. Hold it for a few seconds. Very good. And then, stretching your neck again, I want you to take your chin down towards your chest and look down. So your chin should sort of touch against your chest, top of your chest, looking down towards the floor. Now I want you to turn your head, keeping your chin tucked in, and look up over one shoulder. And then back down to the middle. And then turn and look up over the other shoulder, keeping your chin tucked in. And back down to the middle. Tilt your head back up, looking forwards. And finally a neck rotation to finish.
Okay, to finish off our neck stretches, just relax your arms down and just turn your head this time to one side, looking over your shoulder. And then to the other side, looking over your shoulder. And then back to the middle. We're going to finish how we started. Slow, deep breaths. Take a big inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Have a little shake out. Have a little shake out. Excellent. Excellent work. Very well done. We're going to progress some of that next week. So come back next week. We'll do some of those stretches again and progress them, maybe, excuse me, hold them a little bit longer. So we'll be back on Friday for regular Spritely. So don't... Oh, let's stop that music going. We went over a bit, 50 minutes. I might have to extend the session. 40 wasn't enough today. So, yes, we'll be back on Friday for Spritely at 10 o'clock. Don't forget 10 o'clock on Fridays now as well. And we'll do some more of this next week. Hope you found that useful. Hope you feel like you've had a good old stretch. And we'll have a chat with you guys on Zoom. Nice to see you all. And see you next time. Bye. Sit down. Change my camera. You can turn your microphones on if you want to have a chat. How'd you get on?